Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Ecko Chamber. I'm your host, J.ecko. What's good? And we did a thing. We tried something new, and we had a guest on, and we enjoyed it so much that we're doing it again. So, I'd like to say another welcome to the host of the Manic Pixie Weirdo podcast, uh, Abigail. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you so much.
All right. And so this episode we are I've been fighting in my head with the idea of striving for success because, part of this journey for everybody is figuring out what success looks like for them and how to get to it and all of that sort of stuff. And so something that I've been dealing with and fighting with personally is I do a lot to try and achieve my own version of success. And I do not feel like I leave myself enough room to have a relationship. So I have stated to friends, family, everything like that, that I am not going to pursue a relationship currently because I do not believe I am capable of investing in a relationship as thoroughly and as fully as I want to. But then that raised a question for me of what if I get to a point doing all of the things that I need to, but achieving success takes a certain level of focus, a certain level of drive, and it breeds certain personality traits that aren't necessarily the best at negotiating, the best at compromise and everything like that. You sort of have to be single-mindedly focused on your goal. But what do you believe? How do you think, one, do you think it's possible? And two, how do you think you should balance striving for a successful relationship and striving for success, period?
Well, I do think it is possible. It's got to be possible. I've known many people that it's worked out for. So, just based on them, yeah, it's got to be possible.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know how likely it is for everybody, but I do know that it is possible. This is not an impossible thing. Uh, I mean, ideally, you would find somebody, right, who like would go on that journey with you. Like that's the ideal like person is somebody to like take that journey with you and like understand that they're signing like this is your goal. You want to do this. This is the level of success that you want to have. And ideally, you pick somebody who is like for sure, I'm in. Like, let's do it. How do we get there? Like, I will help you. Uh, I mean, that's sort of to me what like a healthy one would look like. I don't know. It's it's a lot easier said than done.
Okay, so that's sort of the rub at this point is it's a lot easier said than done. So that's sort of a problem that I've been having because I've seen it, but I haven't seen it sort of up close and personal. Now I understand that that certain people have different levels of success, and you have to. I've myself have even preached, hey, figure out what your level of success is. But there's also part of me that's like, based on the level of success that I think I am striving towards, and people can tell me that that levels of success is unrealistic for me or whatever the case may be, they can say whatever they want. That's what I'm striving towards. But I have not seen too many people at the in the areas of success that I am striving towards who have found ways to make it work and work well. And that's sort of like a this whole show might just be me being like, give me some hope because I don't see I don't see it out there.
Well, there is hope. Like I said, ideally, in a perfect world, like you said, you would find somebody who wants to go on that journey with you. I guess my question for you is Are you comfortable being alone? Like, do you mind it? Do you care? Is it even something that you really, or are you just lonely?
So here's the thing. There are times when I am completely comfortable being alone, but then there are also times where it's just like, I mean, like we all know, like humans are social beings. So you get to a point where you're just like, you know what, I am tired of being alone, especially in this moment.
Mm,
And it's not even a question of, oh, I'm not around other people. It's more like I need somebody just for me. But
mhm,
I also know like I need to achieve these things for me as well. So how do I balance that? And that's sort of the fight that I have with myself. So part of the ways that I've been trying to solve that is like, oh, find other ways to fill the gaps. Like, oh, I'm like I said, I'm a huge I've said on the show before, I love storytelling. So like I'll watch movies and I'll get a lot of fulfillment from that. But there's still that piece that's like, there's nothing quite that fills that hole, right?
yeah, yeah. I I think it's really got to do with like the honesty. Like for me, at least, it's a big deal. Like if you were to come up to me and be like, okay, so this is what I'm trying to do. Like this is what I want to do. This is what I'm trying to do. This is where I'm trying to get.
Mhm.
Uh that right there, some people might find that off-putting. I would find that intriguing and I would find that very like interesting. And I'd be like, all right, let's do this. Let's try this. What have you done? Like
Mhm.
what are all the ways that you have like tried? Because it's a problem, right? Like which means that there's a solution to that problem.
Mhm.
There is a solution. And so I guess for me, it would just be like, just be like open about it. And as long as you're as open about it and honest and upfront about it as possible with that other person, whoever that may be, um, just come straight out of the gate with it. And like, that's how you'll know. Because somebody who's going to want to ride that journey with you and like be that ride or die person is going to be like, all right, like, what are we doing? What are we doing today? How do I need, like, do you need my help? What do I need to do? Do I need to do dishes? Like, what's going on? But yeah, I think that's really like the big one.
And you saying it out loud, like I know about myself that being willing to open up to, because I'm very precious with my things
Mm,
as an introvert. Like I'm very precious with, this is mine, this is my idea, this is my journey, this is my thing.
yeah.
And I'm not quick to share that with other people because it's like as soon as I do, not that it's not mine anymore, but then you open yourself up to judgment. And I'd say I'm only now getting to a place where I'm comfortable being judged for the things I want, because it's like I've wanted these things for a long time and it doesn't seem like they're changing. So I guess this is just what it is.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would definitely say that like that's just what's important to you.
Mhm.
And I totally get the whole like I don't like to let people into my bubble thing. I'm very much that way as well. Um and I guess I would say like what I mean by like come straight out of the gate and say it is like I would just be like, work is really important to me. Like I'm very, very sort of not married, but like very attached to my work. And like I have a lot of goals and I want to achieve a lot of things. And it's really important to me that like you understand that this is an important thing for me to do because I don't want you to feel like you're less important. This is more about I'm trying to tell you what's important to me, and I need to know if that's going to be a thing that you're willing. Is it going to be as important to you as it is for me? Because it is a happiness question,
Yeah, it is.
you know? And I think that's where that dialogue has to come in. It's just a matter of like it's really tricky and very difficult to like find those words, especially in the moment. Like I totally get that. Because I had a lot of the same like struggles with that as well.
So to wrap it up, what would you say to people, and maybe if it's not too personal, what did you say to yourself to be okay being happy in, like, oh, I'm striving for this thing and this person has to be okay with that? Because the a lot of people will say, like, it's not okay to be that selfish. It's not okay to be that, that inwardly focused. So what were some of the things you told yourself, and what would you tell another person who is like very goal oriented and who's trying to be okay? Like, you know what? I do deserve to be in a relationship, but I also deserve to have the things that I want.
Well, everybody likes to have nice things.
Yeah, fair.
Literally every person, like no one is, I'm not saying everything that you have has to be nice. I'm just saying everybody likes to have nice things. Everybody likes to feel important. Everybody likes to feel special. Everybody likes to feel wanted and needed. Um, that's part of being a human being. And I guess like some of the ways that I justified it was I just had to kind of chalk it up to me being stubborn. And I kind of just had to accept that, this is good stubborn because it makes me happy. It's not detrimental to my health. It's not, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not doing like this is not something that is a negative attribute of being stubborn. This is a positive. This is a being stubborn in a positive way. And uh yeah, that was the main justification I had to give myself, where it's just like, Abigail, you're just real stubborn. And
Yeah.
that's just how it's gonna be.
Okay. And sort of the last part, because I like doing dichotomies on this show. Um, what would you say to the person who's bad stubborn, I guess?
Try and find something that benefits you to be in a more positive way. Like, so negative stubborn, what I mean by like negative stubborn is like, if you're drinking every night and like doing drugs and like going crazy, like that can be bad stubborn. um if that is a detriment to you and to your health and to your relationships and to your life, then that is how it manifests itself in a bad, stubborn way. Use that energy and direct it into something that benefits you, something that makes you feel worthy and gives you, because that's where you get self-worth from, is when you do something and then you achieve a goal. And even if it's just a little goal, like I took a shower today, it can be that simple. Like, it's okay. You just have to channel it in a different direction.
And I think that is a perfect place to leave it. So thank you. I do feel a little more hopeful. So I appreciate that, borrowed some of the energy. Um, as well, tell the people where to find you again.
Oh, you can email me, manicpixieweirdo@protonmail.com. We're on all the things, the Manic Pixie Weirdo podcast. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, all the places, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. Thank you so much.
No problem. And again, this is J.ecko with the Let's Rap podcast. And I am taking away from this conversation that I am stubborn and it's okay. So take care of yourselves, everybody. Be easy.